Good evening. Welcome to another edition of the award-winning show, The Dynasty Chronicles. I'm your host, Grogan, and I'll get right to it. Dynasty Chronicles had a very fair year. A lot of competition in the standings, very tense. We've got 4 teams that are 6-6. That may make that 5 teams that are 6-6, battling out for 3 playoff spots. And there's a lot to go over tonight, so I don't want a lot of bullshit here. I'm going to come right at you, and it's going to be a lot of topical football talk and not a lot of pop culture references and other things that Grogan is known for. I would like to thank the commissioner for another fair year. In terms of competition, I think it's been excellent. In terms of interplay on the message boards and between the players, it's been the worst year ever. And there's reasons for that, but I'll try to talk about that later. But let's talk about tomorrow. It means a lot to a lot of people. There's certain teams that I like, and there's certain teams that I have favorites, and I like them better than other teams. Quite frankly, let's not call it teams. I like other people better than other people, and let's call it like it is. There's no mystery about this. Some of us like each other, some of us hate each other, and we're going to go over that, and I'm going to try to say why. But let's start with the first game. I think is going to be of something. It's for a bye. It's the Green Jacket, New England Green Jackets, also known as the Commissioner, versus the Factor. The Factor, Mr. Heaps, this is as steady as they come, but I quite think he's boring. And anyone can put a team out there, stick with it, and have a good team. But is that the point of this, to win it? I didn't know that was the point. I thought it was to have fun and interplay and maybe win, like Grogan and Ken will do. But if you just want to win and don't do anything, then, have some fun, but pretty boring, pretty staid. You're like a right-wing conservative Christian nut. I mean, that's what they do. They don't do anything except when they're caught grabbing someone behind the pew. So let's try to avoid that. Get more involved, Mr. Heaps, next year. And the Jacket, a good year. He started out a little shaky, came on strong to me with my trades. If you go back and look at my trades, he was apocalyptic about all of them, and every single one I was favored, even though I ended up sucking for other reasons. But to get to their game, I quite frankly, I like the Jacket. I don't know why, but I do. It's I like that Andre Johnson already put up 21. That's good for a wide receiver. The Dresden Dolls, Joel Dresden, came up with 11. But I think Jacket's going to be. I think Manning's going to have a bounce back game. And I think the Howling Wolf might have something here. You look at his team: Bradford, Forte, Sproles. It's my team. How did that happen? Looks pretty good, the Factor. They're both going to be good teams in the playoffs. I liked the Jacket to get the bye in this one. Next, rolling right along. I'm going to save this one till last. We get the Billy Boy Bandits versus the Gravel Pit. BBB, down in the dumps. Whoa, I never saw a guy lose his cockiness so quick when he went down. I had to pump him up on the boards this week. I had to pump him up. Pump him up. Come on, BBB. Come on. And he came back. He came back strong. He's against I can't explain the Gravel Pit. I saw those wild eyes down in St. Croix, St. X as I like to call it. I said, this is a man. He had some game with the ladies. I saw that. Nothing bad. Nothing bad. It's some all talking, in case your girlfriend's watching. Just talking. But on the other hand, I thought he was going to be more competitive in this league. He's a little crude and a little rude. I wanted to see more maturity from him. I think another year will be good. I think he should be invited back. He put a competitive team, had some hard luck. But for tomorrow, I like the BBB. All right, the BBB. I want to see him try to be a factor in this playoffs. I think it would be better with the BBB in there. The Pit, you're eliminated already, I think. Next year, you're coming back strong. I think we should have a little talk beforehand about how you conduct yourself on the message boards. We don't like any swearing, and we don't like any rudeness. And if you can do that, we'll have you back with open arms. But tomorrow, like the BBB, John Kitna is your quarterback. I mean, if that doesn't change, that you're not going anywhere in the playoffs. All right, so let's keep rolling here. Ooh, a Southern battle for supremacy. Two guys I love. I told you I have favorites, and one of them is the 4-0 Mafia. For years, him and I have a alliance that's based on mutual love, not a gay love, respectful love. I don't know what it looks like. It could be a gay love if it exploded against the Broad Street Bullies. I don't know what he looks like either. He's from Philly. They're usually big, brutish guys with bad temperaments. I could tell you I was down there once for a football game and a baseball game, and I was treated fairly rudely by the Philadelphia fans. They don't like you cheering in their stadium for a Boston or a New England team. I don't know why that is. I thought there should be mutual love. It's First Amendment rights. I can cheer for my team, and big guys like to throw beer at me and peanuts, and quite frankly, I don't like that. And I took offense, and there was some problems there, and they continued late at night over on one of the party areas. I went to a nice dinner at the Fork, a 5-star restaurant, but I wasn't treated like a 5-star patron on the sidewalks after me and my crew as we got into a little altercation out there. And let's just say Boston and Philly, they don't mix. But in this game, between these two, I like BSB. Sorry, 4-0. I think he's going to get it and take that playoff spot. I like Aaron Rodgers, and LaShawn McCoy, LT. It's a good team. Run DMC. But Phil Rivers, that's a close one. I got to go with BSB, though. I got to go with BSB. Second last game. The Storm. We're not going to call him the swear word Storm. It's the Storm. He thinks he's Tom Brady. Tom Brady's losing his hair, they say. I'm wearing this hat not because I'm bald, not because it's required under my sponsorship with Nike. As you know, I'm running a lot of road races lately, and as a senior master, 50 and over runner, I am 50. Look at this face. 51 as a matter of fact, last week. 51. Their sponsors paying a lot of money for me to run, and I came in third in a 5K, and I won a 50 and older 2 weeks ago, and I came in third, and Nike's paying me a lot of money to wear this stuff, so I got to do it. The Storm has a very powerful team, extremely powerful, but he's the most hated man in the league. He is annoying, he's cocky, he's rude, he's offensive. So I want that to stop. And post haste, I want it to stop. But I have to say his team is good, and if he wins this damn league, he's going to be the first one since Grogan to go baseball, football championship. And I don't want that to happen because I like to keep my name in the record books as the only one to do it. It's all about Grogan. You know that. It's all about Grogan. You got iced? Started out hating this guy, and I like him now. He's fresh as they come. Very, very fresh. But very, very good. A very good team. He does a great job. I like Breeze. I hate Ronnie Brown, and I hate his backs, but he's got good ends, and he beat me twice this year. Kicked my ass. What can I say? But I don't think he's going to beat the Storm. He's going to lose by 2 points. Last but not least, our biggest grudge match of the day. The Bad News Kennel, a.k.a. the Kennel, versus Team Webb. Well, who am I rooting for this team? Everyone thinks the Kennel. There's no love lost between the Kennel and I. Let me just say this. When we trade, there's no favoritism here. We don't like each other. We do not like each other. We're very competitive. We're tied for the most championships. If he gets in there, he could beat me. I don't want that to happen. Team Webb. Do I like Team Webb? Well, you know the missus and I have had some history together, and it's blown over. The chairman knows about this, and he's a classy guy, and he's accepted it, and they've moved on, and they had that second honeymoon in Africa. But we did spend some time in China. She asked me to meet her over there, and it was eye-opening, to say the least. Very brassy and loud and bossing me around all over. Rickshaw, carry you on the rickshaw. I'm running around. She's on the back. And Dan, go left, go right. When are we going to eat? Oh, it's too late. I'm tired. Carry me. I said, oh, God, where the hell is the chairman? Get me home. So I came home. I thought maybe a call, but it's nothing. The chairman's back in the seat. I'm out where I should be. Just never took off. In fact, but, Brady Lady was my number one, and she took off on me too. You see a pattern. Pattern's developing here, as you can see. That's why Grogan's wearing this funny hat. The Kennel, very good, powerful team. Powerful with this Michael Vick character. He's a bad man, very bad man, but like his owner, he produces. I think Rice, Jones, get Hester out of there. In Deshaun, Gronowski, Patriots team. Well, maybe I should take that back. I think it's a close one. I think the Kennel wins by 2. It ekes out a playoff win. In the toilet bowl, I have Grogan, and that's all I have to say about that. So, the winners will be Storm, playoff Storm, Jacket buys, the Factor, Billy Boy Bandits, Broad Street Bullies, and the Kennel in the playoffs. I'll get back next week to discuss who I think will win the playoffs and who on our first round games. And until then, I wish you adieu. I'd like to just wrap up by thanking the commissioner for a good year. He's a good man. He spends a lot of time doing this, and I think we're helpful. I'm kidding. We're all good people. I had a lot of fun. I would like a little more participation, but that's just me. I'm running a 100-person law firm, and I have time to do this. I don't know why you college students and guy who's flying a plane. How hard is it to fly a plane and play fantasy football? You just put it on autopilot, and you have your computer right there, and you just start. If you're not playing grab ass with the stewardesses, you could do it. I told you about that in the beginning of the year. I didn't like it, and it affected your play, and you might be out. You were the most irrelevant player since Mr. Mark Davey, and no one even remembers who he is. And he was in the league, and we never heard from him again. But good luck tomorrow. You're all good people, and Grogan is going out tonight with the gravel pit, where I'm going up to UNH. We got a kegger to go to. A 51-year-old guy and a 23-year-old guy can hang around together. There's nothing wrong with that, and they think they'll like me and enjoy me, and we're gonna have a good time tonight. So, Pit, I'll be right up. It takes me about an hour to get up there and get ready. Bye bye.